All right, welcome to 12 News at 1. I'm Joe Dana. Earlier today, DPS identified the 2 officers killed in a helicopter crash near Flagstaff. The trooper paramedic has been identified as Hunter Bennett, and the pilot identified as Robert Skanke. 12 News journalist Sean Rice was at this morning's news conference. Sean, with the way all of this unfolded, you have DPS now dealing with both an investigation and loss. What a tough time for them.
Yeah, Joe, good afternoon to you. This is just an immense loss. It's the kind of loss that's really difficult to put into words for the law enforcement community right now. This morning, DPS Director Colonel Jeff Glover, as you mentioned, identified the 2 people aboard helicopter Ranger 56, which crash landed on Wednesday night in Flagstaff, as pilot Robert Skanke and trooper paramedic Hunter Bennett. He described them as both beloved members of the Arizona Department of Public Safety family. In fact, this morning, Colonel and Director Glover described both of these individuals as, quote, more than employees. They were teammates, mentors, and, quote, trusted professionals who embody public service and commitment to others. Now let's take you to video now. DPS placed 2 placards, 2 pictures outside of their headquarters here in Phoenix of both Skanke and Bennett. It lists their end of watch as February 4th, 2026. Director Glover said pilot Robert Skanke is a 22-year veteran of the Marine Corps, joining DPS in 2021 and later being promoted to aviation supervisor in June of 2024. By all accounts, a very experienced helicopter pilot with 5,100 hours logged in the air. Trooper paramedic Hunter Bennett joined DPS as a cadet state trooper in June of 2022 and joined the Western Air Rescue in Kingman as a paramedic in 2024. He's a graduate of Arizona State University and recently married his high school sweetheart in the fall of 2024. Hunter was just 27 years old. Just an incredible tragedy. Now, for some background, on Wednesday night, the pair were responding to assist the Flagstaff Police Department as that agency worked to apprehend a suspect firing at them from multiple rooftops in a residential community. Video shows the helicopter under the cover of darkness falling from the sky at a high rate of speed and crashing on the ground. This crash is being investigated by both the NTSB and the FAA. And Director Glover said it would be, quote, irresponsible to speculate on an exact cause right now. He did explain the function of the helicopter and the reason why its response was vital for the safety of their fellow law enforcement officers on the ground.
Their role in those helicopters is to be able to provide safety for those that are on the ground. They have a very specific and important function. They have the ability of being able to get eyes and ears up top, being able to visually see exactly what's going on, safely guide those officers in a way that keeps them safe in doing their job.
And Director Glover said this Ranger 56 helicopter had just undergone inspections at the end of January 29th to be specific. This was just days before this crash happened. He said, quote, in regards to the helicopter that crash landed, quote, these are not outdated aircrafts. Now, last night, the Kingman community came together to honor pilot Robert Skanke, holding a candlelight vigil in their community to honor this beloved Marine and member of law enforcement. Today, Director Glover said that both families are requesting privacy as they mourn their loss. We're live in Phoenix. Sean Rice, 12 News.
Sean, so just to be clear, have they ruled out the helicopter was not or was shot by this suspect potentially?
Yeah, Joe, that was a direct question that was asked. I think that's the question on everybody's mind, and their response has remained consistent over the last 48 hours. They just don't know at this point. That is what the NTSB and the FAA jointly are looking into. I imagine it's something that they are keeping a very close eye on. Was the pilot directly shot by this suspect? Was one of the rotors on top of the helicopter struck by gunfire, and did that cause the crash? We just don't know at this point. We'll wait for that NTSB report here in the coming days.
Okay, Sean Rice, thanks a lot.